first of all, a little bit of history. Well, satellite TV started off in the 1970s to the 1980s. It began with like a couple of television satellite channels like HBO, TBS, Christian Network Broadcasting, and also the Family Channel eventually. These channels brought in communities and they made watching home entertainment. So yes, now to get on the subject with hand. Is satellite television dead today? Well, it's a difficult question, especially on who you ask. A lot of us millennials, like myself and other friends of mine, would say yes. One is because streaming services like Netflix. Yeah, you can watch streaming services on Xbox, on your phone, and laptop. And those include Netflix, Hulu, and Crave, even. Speaking of Crave, HBO is much cheaper on Crave, and it comes with Game of Thrones, Boardwalk Empire, and it's much cheaper. You can pay $20 for Crave instead of $100 for a television satellite package. But wait, is television satellite still being able to be paid for? That is correct. Rogers and Bell, both, and other companies, both sell satellite television under packages like for internet and home phone bills. That also includes satellite television. Well, the first thing they're watching is the news. News networking broadcasting is big on satellite. This is where we can get our current events and stuff like that. Especially people are watching more television and news about the COVID-19 virus right now. Yes. What's happening in our communities, what's happening in Toronto right now, that's what's streaming there. So people tend to watch those channels just for that. Where a lot of streaming services don't have the news. Like Netflix does not have the news, Hulu does not have the news. Yes, these news companies do have their own streaming services, but this is an easy way you can see them, and without the internet. All right. Next up is sports. Sports is a big thing for satellite television. People tend to watch sports in high definition, especially hockey and basketball are big in Canada right now. Like for last year, we had the NBA Finals that brought in over, I think, 2.3 million people watching it on satellite television, which is big numbers. That still brings in quite a bit of people to watch sports on satellite televisions. Satellite televisions can include sports networks like Sportsnet and other ones like Hockey Night in Canada. A lot of people tend to watch sports on satellite television, and it's an easier way to get good high quality sports shows. Next up is live events like concerts and even award shows. Award shows are huge in satellite television. They boost up ratings, especially in February and January when you have movie award shows, and even in September when you have the television award shows. Live concerts and live telethons have been hosted on television. So, is satellite dead? Not really, no. The fact is, satellite television is still having high numbers of people tuning in, especially for sports, news, and live events. But you can also even watch your favorite TV shows, like Game of Thrones, on satellite television. Problem with streaming services, you might disconnect, or you might even lose the internet. Satellite television, you will maybe disconnect, but you won't lose the television, and usually they're in high definition. So what now? Well, a lot of people say that satellite will die eventually. And the fact is, it could happen. A lot of people in the 70s and 80s depended on satellite television. A lot of people don't now. So is satellite dead? Not really. but it could happen eventually.